Hey everybody. Well, basically, the title of the video speaks for itself, as you can see. But yeah, just I want to say that in recent times, I definitely realized that I got to bring my weight down again, and this time I really want to not just bring it down, but also keep it down. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just want to put out for the record there that this is not a New Year's resolution. Okay, this is more of a I want to do this resolution. You know what I'm saying? Because I realize that I want to I want to bring my weight down. You know what I'm saying? My weight has fluctuated over the years here and there, but I guess I'll give you some backstory about it or whatever. But basically, I will say this: I have started doing what I'm doing just roughly about 2 weeks ago by this point. And I will say that while there may not be too many physical differences that you can see right now, I can tell you that I myself can feel differences just by sitting in this chair and things like that. And I'll explain a little bit what those details are and what I'm doing. So basically, I will start off by saying this: my worst weight was in 2010, and I was in college, and you can probably see where this is going already. And 20, my weight was so bad in 2010 because of me, nobody else. I'll disclose it to you in, let's say, I don't know, October of 2010. Okay, I was 295 pounds, no joke. Now I should tell you that I'm 6'1", and I'm also broad-shouldered, as many of you have probably noticed by this point. But 295 pounds is way too heavy, even for someone like me. All right, and I mean, I actually I do have a couple of pictures that I probably could show you of myself in 2010, but I actually don't know how to do the whole like put a picture on the video and talk over it yet with editing, but maybe I'll figure that out for another video I decide to do on this. And let me tell you, it was just horrible. I mean, basically what happened was I was eating a bunch of college food. Like in 2010, I sometimes I go to McDonald's like 3 times a week. I would go to the dining commons, have like 2 chicken sandwiches, a bunch of fries, chocolate pudding, things like that, and a bunch of soda. And let me tell you, just crazy how I ate like that back then. Now, granted, people in college tend to eat a lot of food and this and that. And what initially I guess, kind of made me realize how bad I looked was we went on a cruise back in that summer of 2010, and I saw pictures of myself, and basically, when I saw how I looked, I had my face was huge. I had this huge double chin, which I still want to get rid of right now. And I just looked and I was like, oh my God, do I really look like that? I mean, you don't really realize how bad you look until you look at pictures of yourself. And that's kind of when it hits you, just how bad you are. And now again, like I said, that college weight was completely my fault. I'm not blaming the college food. No one forced me to eat it. Okay. It was me. It was my decision, and that's what happened. Then obviously, I will tell you this. Starting with today, I decided to get some courage, and I stepped on the scale. And so right now I'm about 250 pounds. Now, that's 45 pounds less than 2010, obviously, but still, even for someone like me, I can still get at least 30 pounds off of that if I do the right stuff. And I really want to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because, in recent times, I mean, granted, we just had New Year's and Christmas and things like that and Thanksgiving. But, when I started, putting my pants on, when I started sitting in the car or sitting at work, I just sit there and you just feel this, fullness right here. And it's a bad feeling. You're like, oh God, is this really starting to come back for me? You know what I'm saying? And, I started to kind of bring that weight back, not just because of the holidays, but because of what I was doing at work. So, I'll just say after 2010, my weight fluctuated up and down over the years. Maybe you could see it in my videos. But, and also basically the thing was, what was it? The way I was eating at work recently was terrible. Like basically, I'd have a bunch of snacks. I'd have I'd have Crunch bars, Hershey bars, Goldfish, Coke, iced tea, and after a while, I was kind of just like, like what am I doing? Like, why am I eating all this food? And not only that, like if I would come home and have like a full meal for dinner, I sometimes go eat like a deli sandwich for lunch, followed by more soda and also the meal I was going to have for dinner. And then eventually it kind of just hit me. I was like, I'm heading down the wrong direction again. One other thing that kind of motivated me to do this again was I actually watched two videos from Jay, and actually I'll link them in the description below. One was from back in 2015 when he and I made those buffalo wings and did the dishwasher connected to the watt meter. And the other video was just recently he put up the one of the when he and I were at the cabin um, for his, I believe, brother-in-law's birthday. And like just when you see me coming down the stairs from the loft, when you see me sitting in that rocking chair, like I just looked at myself on that video and I'm like, oh dear God, I was going the wrong way again, you know, and and not only could I see that, I could feel that as well, like I just told you before. So that's kind of what convinced me 2 weeks ago to start doing this. So you know, and like I said, I was eating a bunch of candy, cookies, drinking a lot of soda, things and that, and the same thing in my dorm room when I was in college, obviously. So, like, what I'm doing differently basically is it's kind of basic stuff, and I should, even though I eat less, I should still work out more, which I'll probably do at some point. There's a gym not too far from me. I really gotta, really gotta get myself to go there. You know what I'm saying? But the immediate thing that I'm doing right now that's kind of helping me with this is basically I stopped having snacks at work, obviously, and how can I say this correctly? A decent sized meal that I would have in a day would depend on what I'm doing for lunch or dinner. Okay, so like if I knew that I was going to be having some kind of dinner after work, lunch I would just either I would not eat completely or have something small. Like for example, I don't know, like a small bag of pretzels and a bottle of water. Now I understand pretzels aren't exactly the best thing. I understand that, but given to what I was having beforehand and the fact that I wouldn't have this all the time, it was still a lot less than what I was eating. And then, or if let's say I wasn't going to have much for dinner at home, I would maybe have that deli sandwich I talked about, but I'd have it with a bottle of water. And then once I got home, if I happened to get hungry sometime in the evening, I would have, let's say, maybe a couple of, I mentioned this to Jay too, like maybe some like, cold cuts or maybe some crackers and just water, or even sometimes maybe just oh my God, yogurt, or just things like that, and that would hold me over until the next day. So, I had to kind of make myself realize that, the way I was eating is the reason why the way I was feeling and what I was becoming. It's like I said, I'm 45 pounds less than my weight in 2010, but I was definitely less than what I am now in late 2014 to 2015. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it kind of went up and down, but I want to, that's also why I'm making this video. I kind of want other people to know that, like, I'm doing this so they can, other people can maybe realize, hey, you're keeping with your weight, keeping your weight down or whatever. So, like I said, right now I feel better as of 2 weeks when I started doing this. Again, I don't know if you're going to see anything physical, but I can feel it, and I'm sure as time goes, obviously, as time goes on, you'll start to see some differences. So, and just the other thing too is, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm 31 years old, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Do I think I'm old being 31? No, I do not. However, as time goes on, if you don't maintain your weight well, that's going to have negative effects for you down the road, where at that point, it's going to be much harder to take care of. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I want to do this now, is because that way, as time goes on, like let's say, 20 years down the road, if I can keep this up going, if I can keep this up properly now, down the road, it'll be much better for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and like that's another one thing too. Like I was born with the slower metabolism. My older brother had the faster metabolism, of course, and I got the slower one. But in a way, that's good in the sense that it helps keep me on track and things like that. So, like I said, this isn't really a New Year's resolution. This is a I want to do this resolution because I don't want to look terrible years down the road. So I figured now's the time to make a difference. So, like I said, what I'm doing is, I think I left some details out, so I'll bring it to you now. I'm drinking a lot more water, okay? I'm not having 2 big meals a day, just one. And any snacks in between is just a little something to hold me over until I have a meal. You know what I'm saying? And let me just, just to put this on the record here, a meal is not something gigantic, okay? It's just something to, just a regular lunch or dinner meal. Now, I will say that I do still go to, some of you know this now, I do go to Applebee's roughly once a week. No, it is pretty much once a week for the half-price appetizers late night. And, even then there's a little bit of a difference there. I only drink water now. And I'm also having desserts there less than I used to. And it's really not bad. Like, I will admit, their desserts are very good, okay? There's no denying that. But, if you keep having them too often, that's going to have a negative effect, you know what I'm saying? So, last couple of times I went there, I just got, the regular stuff. And when it came around time for dessert, my stomach was kind of feeling like, it feels full. It feels content. Don't go any further. So I skipped it. So I paid the check and went home, and that was less food that I had for the night. So that certainly helps. So if any of you out there are trying to find ways to bring your weight down, legit, the best thing you can do is eat less. Eat less and drink more water. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to start, but also while weighing less is good for you, you also got to keep yourself in shape. So, some good things to do would be to, occasionally, when it's warmer outside, I'll take a walk around the neighborhood. I'll walk down the street with my mom. She and I will walk around some streets and then come back. And they're also a little bit hilly. So, going up and down those hills is good for you too. And, just like, stay active. Don't just stay out inside the house all day. Like lots of times in the summer, I'll just go outside and walk around the neighborhood. It's a nice evening, nice weather. I'll walk around. That's staying active. So, you know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm probably not going to give community posts updates about this, okay? But, I will, like I said, I want to keep my stomach smaller, hopefully get rid of this double chin, even though it's not as bad as it used to be. And, maybe in a few months, I'll make an update video. And, if I'm doing what I should be doing, I'll look even better for that video. So there you guys have it, okay? So this is, like I said, it's a resolution I want to do. And so far, I can tell by how I'm feeling, by eating less, and it's definitely doing its job. And for any of you who may want to lose weight, do what I'm doing for now. Let me tell you, it feels great. So we'll see how the scale is a couple months down the road. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.